Okay, we're back. We are in week 7, about to take on the Commanders. We just came off our bye after beating the Seahawks 15-3. I wanted to point out we have the number 1 scoring offense in the league, number 9 passing, number 8 rushing. But then we also have the bottom scoring defense and passing defense. Ironically, we have the number 4 rush defense. The Commanders have the number 4 pass defense, so it's going to be a rough game. Passing wise, as a matter of fact, they're letting us know Jeremiah Owusu Kormoa can make a ton of plays, so got to watch out for him. Alex Portillo has recovered from his injury and is healthy. We had to game the system. CD is lost to us for the year until they finally till something gets patched, or I don't know. He's lost because we brought Gates back and cut him. That was a mistake. You only get one, and I don't really necessarily believe that to be true because I could have sworn I've done it somewhere else in a different franchise. Brought multiple players back, but right now CD is lost. CD is lost to us. So it's sad that the only way to make this game playable is tweaking the crap out of the gameplay sliders, turning things insanely up or down. And right here, we can't bring him back. So, and then so I just have to keep checking each week to see when it finally says he can come back. IRL is 3 weeks. Here, we're in week 7. So, I don't know. I don't know. And the only way we were able to get Portillo off of the injured reserve was to sign him to the practice squad and then sign him off of the practice squad. So that was it. That was so luckily we could get him back. But here you have, unless you can game the system, you can't. There's nothing you can do. Let's see. So these are our goals for the game. So we're gonna just jump into the game real quick here.
Week 7 of the NFL. And we're going to look here at Trey Lance. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Cowboys and the Commanders next.
Yes. Air it out against the number 4 pass defense. Yeah. We'll see how that works out for us. Which is kind of interesting because I expected them to be much higher rush defensive wise. Just because that line, is crazy, right? Payne and Allen. All right. All right, 10-7 at the end of the first quarter. 13. We're not stopping them at all. Well, finally. All right. Let's slow it down.
The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3.
So now we have to hold on to the lead.
Inside the 30 to 27. The Cowboys offense and their running back getting set to go once more. He's got a rushing touchdown of the game already as you check to see where he is ranked.
I wonder if that rank is updated. All right, let's go ahead and let's look at the first half stats. All right. Averaging 4 yards per carry. 5 of 6. Seriously? We've thrown 6 passes? Well, We're averaging over 20 yards per pass play, so something's going right. And one turnover. All right, I can take that. I can handle that. Aubrey with the 48-yarder, also a 28-yarder. Dixon 1-yard run. Tolbert 50-yard pass from Trey Lance. All right, that kind of explains things. Okay. Lance with an interception. Not Lance, I'm sorry. Daniels. 5 of 6, man. Wow. Okay. Dixon. Daniels, man. 4 carries, 20 yards. All right, the quarterbacks have had to get out of the pocket. All right. Tolbert, Wilbin. Luke McCaffrey, man. We're making him look like an all-pro. All right. Somebody's got a sack. Drawn Payne. Really. 2 TFLs. And, of course, Jonathan Allen. All right, sacks. Hey, Micah. All right, way to join the sack team this week. All right. And then Osa. All right. And then, hey, Kevin Williams, welcome to the big leagues. I think that might be your first one. Oh, a nice return on that one, too. All right. All right. I see you. Okay. So let's do some stuff here. Move him over. Oop. All right. And let's get in here and see what we can do. I'm not expecting a whole lot. I hate playing against this Commanders defense. There's Cormoa right there. Number 6. Number 6 in the program, number 5,642 in your hearts.
2nd and 9. Lance going to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Morrison. 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
And can we get inches? I don't think so, but we're going to try. We are going to try. We just need to get a couple inches.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're
Sad part is I ran right into my blocker, and I was like, that was it. I can't get off of him.
They'll keep it on the ground.
And I keep running into my blockers. Why? Because they're not moving anywhere. They just, it's like you hike the ball and then they stand up and they get pushed back.
Because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
We'd have to double all 4 across the line in order to get some movement there.
Short one there, taken in by Ferguson.
Let's not quibble about the game there on 2nd down. That was a positive.
We just have to nickel and dime our way down.
Much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
I'm looking for, and you notice I'm not running. It's a yard, and I'm not going to run. Why am I not going to run? Because I don't trust them to get enough of a push.
Working from the gun, Lance eluding the pressure right.
Oh! But guess what we're doing? We're going to go for it. We got to go for it. Why am I going for it? Because I'm annoyed at how pitiful the play is in this game.
It's a quick punting situation.
Lance to throw for it on 4th down.
He caught it. He caught it. I do not expect him to catch any contested passes. I do not. Only the CPU catches contested passes. So, well, no, I don't care if you agree with it. The problem is I didn't have a choice.
They must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
He's going to let this one go deep.
Oh, I did not expect him to catch that.
42
But I
yards.
had to throw it. The only way you can, when you throw the ball, you got to overthrow it. Why? So it's not going to get intercepted.
Continues to be one with a
So it's going to take a Herculean effort from your receivers to come down with it. But if you don't overthrow it, it's going to be intercepted. That's just the game.
Chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
That seems to be a very common theme. Minuscule gains. Because there is no push. I'm getting to the point. There it is. See? The defender. That would have been a catch for the CPU. It would have been a catch for the CPU. And that's the frustrating part. That really is the frustrating part. Oh, I threw to the wrong button. That is more frustrating. I knew exactly which receiver I wanted to throw to, and I hit the wrong button. God dang it.
3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Well, guess what? You don't run this team.
And his kick here is good. And that will make this a 3-point lead. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable.
It's kind of sad when you walk into the game with a negative attitude towards the game already. And, like, I don't know. I might pause this for a minute, wait, see what updates are coming for it. I don't know. And then the reason I keep going is because I've got another franchise going, right? Yeah, we made it to the playoffs. We lost. I simmed it, right? I simmed the playoff game. So, because that's what I normally do. I sim it. If they win, we keep going. If they don't win, so be it, right? We made it to the playoffs. That's our goal every year. And in that one, Micah's got 30 sacks. He broke the record. Diggs was out all season on IR anyway, right? There we go. And then it's crazy because it's the very same settings as this one. And if and I play it the same way that I'm playing this right here. And it's just it's randomness. Right? And it's just crazy, right? Now, I did make some changes. Like, yes, I traded Bland, right? Got some draft picks, right? And and then without Diggs, my secondary looks way different, right? But in trading Bland, I picked up Nubin, and then so Melifonwu is backing up Nubin at free safety. So Melifonwu's not out there messing up. So there's a completely different team out there, and well, not completely different team, but I don't have in that one. I didn't have Lamb either. Did I have Lamb? I can't remember now. No, I didn't have Lamb. I didn't have Diggs. There was a couple of other players too that were on IR all year. That I couldn't get back, that I didn't have. And that's how I know I can't get Lamb back this year, because I couldn't get him back in that one. And then just for complete transparency, what I did was I took this team that I have here, and then just did another save file. Right? Oh my God! Hold the ball.
You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
So, not hold the ball, catch the ball. And the reason I say that because their players do, the CPU players do. I'm totally shocked that he held on to that.
gets it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the
I know
Cowboys
I'm throwing the ball. Why am I throwing the ball? Because I can't run. Cannot run against this defense.
shotgun now for Lance.
Okay, look at where that ball went, being pressured and hit by the defender, right? And then, do you remember when Nealon hit Jalen Daniels, right? Just a lot. It was just the previous series. Ball made it all the way back to the line of scrimmage and past the line of scrimmage. It was off target, right? But his ball went 30 yards. Mine went 5. It is just insane, the disparity there, the difference. And it's like, it's annoying.
Second and 10.
I got it.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He finds his man.
Every time I see that little animation there with the ball and the hands going out, it's like, it's a trifling animation. It's just awful. Not as bad as the shoulder bump animation on when the defenders are trying to tackle, but it's like I get so sick and tired of seeing that animation because it makes it look like they're about to drop the ball.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have another first.
But so in the other, so my other playthrough, and it's like I said, it's just me, and it's I gotta be honest with you. I don't understand, and that's the thing. The game plays and feels just completely different. I don't get it. So it's just weird.
They'll run on first down. Dixon.
Come on.
And he'll fall on his blockers there.
I actually lost track of where I was for a minute. I lost him for like a second. He ran into that. And then when I spun and then got out of it, I'm like, where is he?
Loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Lance looking to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Then their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Here's Lance. And he's got it. Touchdown, Cowboys.
This guy is a better receiver than my receivers.
His second touchdown of the game, his 9th on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you.
That was a good play on his part.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock too with a drive like that. Really give yourself an advantage. I don't know about you, but I can't wait.
The placement of that and where it ended up is like, are we serious? Come on now.
This situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wondered maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing.
So yeah, I'm like I said, it's so, and I understand that, right? Every league is not going to be every playthrough is not going to be exactly the same, right? Even with the same players and everything. But because you're not, there's a random factor in there, right? And there has to be some a play made here and there that's not going to be made there in a particular situation. But it's seriously different, right? And that's why I keep going with this one, because I'm like, okay, I've managed to tweak this one enough. And you see right there. That's because I tweaked the gameplay sliders, right? But he was wide open. He should have caught that. He really should have caught that. But now that we had to tweak the gameplay sliders down with the receiver catching, the quarterback accuracy, just to make it fair, and so you're going to get these one-off plays from time to time where you're sitting there going like, oh, he should have had that. He should have had that, even though he's you're rooting against him. He should have had that, and you're like, oh. And then it's like, okay, well, I'm gonna have to accept that. You have to accept it. That's the way it's gonna look right now. It's not a good look, but that's the way it's gonna look in order to
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember the offense scored
not be so lopsided,
can repeat that
right?
defense. They
Oh God,
after giving up 6
nothing.
last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just about
And then,
because you know they're both
do
motivated.
I need to draft a whole new line? Is what I need to do.
Specific outcome.
Excuse me.
It just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he'll take this one.
Now Wilbin did come in, and I appreciate that block attempt there because that was better.
They're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
He's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's one of those where it feels like backyard football in a sense. You say, forget about the route. Just run to the open spot in the middle of the field.
No, he ran his route. There was no backyard football.
The catch, and they pick up the first down.
On first down, Dixon. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington.
Looking to see if we're starting to get some get some holes opening up.
Staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want.
All right, now in pass iterations, I should be able to win to the outside.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dixon. This won't be enough to pick up the
Seriously, I should have been able to win to the outside on that one. I'm like sitting there going like, he's got the speed to get to the outside. Did I hit the right button? I did. And there was no way.
It's throughout the game, and with a lead, stay in bounds.
Excuse me. And I did not expect him to catch that. It's just I don't anymore.
Return with more after this. You're watching the NFL. Back now at Commander's Field.
So when you can't depend on your receivers to catch the ball,
Their lead as we get set for
why pay him? All right, look at this. Look at this. Get. Why did Lipke stop? I even tried to slow down to let Lipke jump out in front of me, right, so I can use him. But he slowed down too. He didn't keep going. It was like, run to your guy, man. Just run to him. Trust me. I think that's a defensive back out there on him.
Lance now to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Ferguson. And he's out of bounds.
Uh-oh. Is that Allen?
And we get a stoppage because
Excuse me.
in some obvious discomfort. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Up the middle they go. Dixon. Now the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a first and goal.
Abdominal tear.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. Throwing now is Lance.
Right to the defender. I thought that was honestly thought it was like, is it a dig route? where he was gonna go up and sit. I didn't see that it was an option route where he could choose to go up, sit, or go in, and that was a bad choice on his part in the first place. Should have, if he had just sat down there.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there. His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory.
Is it? Yes, because we got beat the. I think we got beat. We got beat down by KC to start the season. So yeah, this would be five in a row.
And the lead opens up now to 22 points. So that one a long 11-play drive.
I actually don't know how we got the lead out that far. I'm trying to think what. But luckily, okay, so we've scored 16 since the half. Okay.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And you see a lot of frustration.
All right, I am a little concerned right now though. Micah's not in. I think Micah's hurt.
Able to take this one up to the 35.
And that was a quiet hurt.
Here's Daniels. And he drops it incomplete.
All right.
And their struggles continue.
I'll accept that. I mean, I will because that's the only way too. Because it would have been it should have been considered a contested catch, but I think.
He's got his target. That's complete.
Is this roughing the passer or holding? You see, you still get pass interference. I don't know where that was. Pass interference is turned all the way down to 0. So you still get it. I don't know. Was he in the play? I don't even know that he was in the play. That's the problem.
And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Still no Micah.
Daniels looking to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Brown. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
They're going to go for it unless they get pushed way back. They don't need to go for it.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Back to throw again.
Oh, there it is. There it is. There's my boy. Yes. Yes. Diggs sighting. We have a Diggs sighting. Are you great? Are you kidding me?
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be.
Are you kidding me? Look at that. That was what in the world? He just took it out of dude's back pocket, man. That was crazy. That was crazy. I like that. I like that. That's probably the best play of the game. Best play of the game right there. Play of the game. Is Allen back in? Not yet.
But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Deron Payne on the tackle.
That gives him 98 yards.
You cannot block Deron Payne or Jonathan Allen consistently.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now. And here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football. And that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
All right.
And he'll be brought down at the 40. He has been tremendous all day long.
All right. So my wife just brought me some breakfast. Oh, goodness gracious. All right. Let's see what we got here.
first down.
Sometimes, man, you just gotta like, I don't know, man. It just no, they didn't practice for this. Absolutely zero not zero penetration, but zero push. Every lane is just full. Every lane is just filled with defenders. Not even it's like almost to the point of just why? Why?
That's where the first down marker is here on third. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Elijah Molden. We sure are. Not at all. Well, hey, you do what you gotta do, bro.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there.
It was. It was. I thought it went under the bar.
Wow. I mean, it's so rare to even see one.
It's like I didn't put enough power into it, but I had to do something. You can get mad and root for the defense all you want. We know how this game can go in a turn of a dime or turn of a hat, whatever you want to call it. Basically, the game can pivot on a dime or can change at the turn of a hat. Okay?
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
With no Micah, we need Diggs to now all of a sudden ball out. We need Diggs. I have no confidence in Bland. Zero confidence. Not in this iteration of Madden. Right? So it's Diggs. And we're playing soft zone. And nothing irks me more than soft zone. That's just like, let's give up all the yards in the world. Let's just give up everything. Let's just let them just drive the ball down the field. Yeah, because we are too afraid of our ability to play the game. I'd rather make a mistake than just play soft like that and play like just irks me. Okay, screw you. I'd rather make a mistake. I'd rather be over aggressive than under aggressive. So guess what we're gonna do?
With this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little.
No, we better not see the coverage lighten up.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it.
And they still aren't playing the way I told them to play.
He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
First of all, auto alignments, man. By overall. Nope. There we go. Tackling, balanced. Yeah. But you're in man right now. You should not be.
They go play action. Daniels.
See, I'd rather him just beat the man outright, which tells me something about Bland now, doesn't it? Because he was up on a man, but he's running on his own by himself, right? So that tells me how that one goes.
He knew that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
Base onside.
Lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the the Cowboys are able to recover.
Good job. Good job. Good job, hand screw.
Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the
Come on.
normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low
Allen's not back yet.
of getting the ball for the team.
Oh my God.
Situation.
You're all about the numbers, huh?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game.
It's like there's the hole, and I'm trying to get my guy to go to it, and he would not run to it. I'm like, are you serious?
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the
And of course, it closes right up before I can get the guy there.
ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock.
Because you can't see, you hit that right trigger, and then everybody's in. Everybody's on you. Which makes absolutely no sense to me, but okay. Oh, I got recent up. It's like, why am I getting the same plays over and over again?
From the gun on third down, Lance.
Lance, why can't you throw the ball where
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on
I gotta be honest with you. Just the fact that he can't get the ball up and over is awful. He has more arm strength than Dak does. So I'm not trying to, say that it should be on point and total accurate, but the arm strength, he should be able to get it up and over with much easier than Dak could, and he can't. So it's a little bit annoying. Well, it's a lot annoying, actually.
Back out is Aubrey to kick this away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
So 4 receivers. I hate dime, but we may have to play dime.
They've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, their defense has really struggled. Throwing to start the drive, Daniels.
There we go. Finally got some rush going.
Looking to throw, Daniels. Oh, he dropped it.
And then he was running wide open too. So that I got nothing I can say on that one, because it's he shouldn't have been running wide open for one. But he was right. But that's just how it is. That is the cost. That is the cost to get a better product. The fact that Bland is over on this side of the field. Oh. That's good. Why are they punting? Are they punting?
Washington going to send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
So it was by overall, so he was on the other side of the field. All right, let's see. Look at this. They can't figure out how to do this. Run to light instead of run into the darkness. They can't figure out how to do that. Get out of there. Here we go.
They're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. They'll run on first down. Dixon.
How many carries does he have? I think he's up there. All right, so we got to check that. Nope. Up here. Right here, real quick. Wrong one. He's got 28 carries, dude. Oh, what in the world are you doing? Well-deserved rest at this point. All right, we got 3 sacks total in the game. We've given up only 21. We do have our 15, and we got our 350 yards. All right, so
up there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
technically, if we just hold on to the ball, we're going to hit most of our goals. Oh my God. BB. BB, your man just. Did he just toss you aside? No, it's not going to make the highlight. I don't. Very few of the plays are going to make the highlight reel. The one catch. What down is it?
Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
Here's 3rd and 10.
As long as we don't throw an interception. And we got a blitzer coming. And of course.
Fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Is this field goal number 5 for him today?
It's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Well, it's hard to put your finger on whether this is something to celebrate or something maybe the offense is embarrassed by. But that's now 6 field goals he's made.
6.
Yeah, he's bailed them out
It's embarrassing. Reminds me of the 7 field goal game against Green Bay, and Reggie White got so pissed. Right? And it's like, hey, it's a record. Let him go for the record, man. Get up off your high horse, bro. And Reggie White being one of the greatest defensive linemen of all time. You know, but it's like, you can't understand. I know you don't like that we did it against you. And then, yeah, it was because I think the final score was like 21-0, or it might have been 21-7. But it was the 7th field goal, and he got mad that they were trying another field goal with the game squared away, right? Basically, but it's like, dude, it's giving the guy a record, man. You got records. You know what I'm saying? Don't be selfish.
I think this is what this game's become now. Just go deep, see if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost at a loss about what to dial up.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Throw right side complete to Dotson. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
I know what I want to do. I'm gonna do something a little crazy. A little crazy. I'm actually going to count on my secondary to play well.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket.
No, we're not going to sit back and blanket the field. We're going to make him throw the ball quick. If he doesn't throw the ball quick, he ain't getting it out of there.
Blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Oh, nice. That is what we were talking about.
It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
The Dallas offense back out onto the field. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll...
Oh, it's only 22 seconds. Oh, I could have kneeled down on that one. They weren't going to take a timeout.
At their 38. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Jamin Davis.
Where's the what's name? Dang it.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends. So not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest. The kind of
See, I
performance.
don't know that I agree with that. I mean, yeah, the scoreboard says one
So
thing,
for
but
Dallas, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Lambeau to take on the Packers. Meanwhile, for the Commanders, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.
see, I don't know. Like I said, there was a lot of frustrating things. I just think, I don't know. I don't know. This is a weird anomaly of a game, kind of, right? Because it turned out to be a blowout, but there were so many in my opinion, there were so many negatives about the game going on that it's it's hard. It's hard to say. Let's see. I gotta go check one new injury. I'm afraid to check it. I am totally afraid to check it. Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. So we knew about this one. We knew he was, and we can't put him on IR. So we got nothing. He's just sitting there injured. But that does say to me that Micah's okay. He just wasn't in for the final quarter of the game. Oh God. This is so annoying. He's improving and continuing to evolve his game. I think the big key for him over the next few games is consistency. Oh, he didn't meet. Oh, I think he had some sort of goal and he didn't meet it. I don't know what his goal was or what he failed to do, but yeah. Okay, let's just do this staff thing real quick. 27 points. Can't put anything there. Boost throw power. I got to. Anything that's gonna help out my quarterbacks, right? And then this one up here, boost throw under pressure. Gotta next. That's the next one. And then when we have some to spare, we'll boost the catching again, right? And then I think there's one over here. This is, you know, not as important. So we boosted our offensive line strength, right? But at some point we're gonna have to boost these too because they're not getting any absolutely no push. What's this? Run block by tight ends. We probably should boost that at some point. What's this one? Pass block. Not necessary. This one for sure. This one for sure. So we got to do that. And then over here, not necessarily, not necessary. Mm, speed for the outside linebackers is a decent one, but right here, tackle. We need to boost tackle for linebackers, safeties, and corners. That's going to be a big one down the line. What's this one? An acceleration. But this one, only reason we need this one is to move to this one, zone cover and catching, right? Because we want to boost those at some point. So, but you see how many points they take, so it's a ways away, right? Hit power. See, this guy here, this defensive coordinator, to me, this seems great if I was running a 3-4 and I wanted to get my outside linebackers, boost my out. Yeah. But I don't know. I'd rather be able to make my defensive line stronger, right? And so that's where we are with her and our group. I mean, I can't be mad, right? Can I? All right, let's see. So Tyler Guyton, we know. Yes, we know yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, let's advance real quick. See what's ahead of us in the upcoming week. All right, Green Bay. Ooh, 5-1. So we're number one. They're number two in the conference. We got a text message, team meeting, and we got some player upgrades. Probably Trayvon. No, it's Mr. Dixon. He did have himself a pretty good game. A lot of carries, way too many. But like I was saying, sometimes he runs better routes and is a better receiver than my receivers. All right. So, scouting national focus. Let's do that while we're here. So, choose our national focus position. It's going to be the corner, right? And it's already set there, but just to be safe, just to make sure it doesn't revert or come out of it. So that'll take care of our corners. So here we do have corner selected. All right. And then defensive tackle, corner, and quarterback. So in truth, our draft class, we should have a lot of corners already pretty much by the end well drafted out. And just off the bat, just in looking, Matt Burks is one I'm thinking of, right? So that I want to focus in on him. And then I'm talking as though I need corners, right? Well, obviously I do because the ones I have aren't doing anything besides young Trayvon Diggs. Bland is a disappointment to me. And he is getting very close to trade bait. So the players that are standing out to me right now are I don't know. I really don't know. This one here, actually, another 6'3" corner. And then not him. Yeah, I honestly don't know. I'm leaning as players. And one of the things I know is at the end of the season, they're going to ask you, how are you improving the team? And then I don't think I can safely say, well, I'm going to win the draft, right? Because winning the draft means either selecting a 80 plus overall player in the first 3 rounds or selecting a 76 overall or better player in the 5th through 7th rounds. So finding a sleeper in late rounds or finding the problem is though that doesn't mean anything because I drafted a 83, so he was the number one guy on the board, and so I drafted him, moved him into the number 3 corner slot, and said, okay. So when I had to answer that question, I pointed right to him and said, here's the guy. and they came back, well, we disagree. And I was like, what? And the response is, well, you're entitled to have your opinion, something like that. But they said they disagree, and then I'm like, wait a minute, the guy's 83 overall. I drafted him my first round pick. There were like 3 or 4 corners that came off the board, and it just so happens mine was the highest of the four. And I got him starting in the cornerback 3 spot. I even moved the guy that was in there out to make sure, right? Because he really was our 4th corner on the depth chart. And then so I moved him in. And now the only thing I can see is, right, because this has happened before, and because I didn't have him in the number 3 slot, he was our 3rd overall rated corner. So I didn't have him in the 3 spot on the depth chart. They said no, right? So I came back, we did it correctly, and we got whatever boost we got for winning the draft. That was with Kevin Williams right here that we got. So did that, came back, did the exact same things, right? And then they just said no. And then so it was a -10 morale for the entire team. Not, for defensive backs, not just for the defense. It was the entire team. It was a -10 morale. And I'm like, but that's not right. That's not correct. We did get our 80 overall. As a matter of fact, he was 83 overall, right? The number 1 player in the draft. And we got him in the first round. We got him starting at cornerback 3. What? Now, unless I mishit and hit like cornerback 2 instead of 3, it should have worked. So yeah, I was pissed. I was like, well, that you can't do anything about that. You can't. It's the way it was supposed to be. And then so like right now, I don't have any confidence that even if I did get the player and then put him in the right, and fix the depth chart the way it's supposed to be, that it's still going to come back and be correct and give me credit for it. So, yeah, like I said, the game has issues. So, and in here, I don't know any. I wish I knew more, right? There's some things like intrigue me about some of these players. But, again, he's 6 foot, 205. I don't know. I need a tight end because I don't think I'm re-signing Fergie. I know. But I really don't think I am. And in all honesty, I don't know how I haven't looked at these guys enough. But I do need a guard. I need a new guard for sure. But I'm not getting any push with my current line, so I don't know if getting more linemen in is really going to be the fix for that. Right? And then I don't know if there's any dominant defensive tackles. So we will see. We will see how that goes. But that's where we are standing right now. We are about to face 5-1 Green Bay Packers. We are, of course, number 1 scoring offense, number 7 pass, number 7 rush offense. We are, after last game, we are 30th in defensive scoring. still 32nd in pass defense, and second against the run. Guess what? Look at Green Bay. They're number 6 scoring, 27th pass, but look at that. They are the 4th rush for rush yards offense, number 1 points against, number 1 pass defense, and number 1 rush defense. This is not going to be a fun game. This is not going to be a fun game at all. It's going to be so frustrating, right? It's so there we have it. And then we look. So our sack leaders are starting to look more like they should, right? There's Crosby. He probably had a really good game. Jeffrey Simmons, which is pretty impressive, being a 3-4 rush end, not even a rush end, a 3-4 end. So he's probably moving inside in the nickel situation. So those sacks are coming either as a DT or as a 3-4 end. Then you got Watt, right? No Micah. No Micah. 2 interceptions by Diggs doesn't get him up into the top. Patrick Surtain, what you expect. This is week 8, so we got this week and next week to figure out what we're gonna do as far as our trades are happening. We don't have a single player in the top 3 of any category. Look at Dak. Dak is kicking butt with the Rams. Yeah, we got nothing. We don't have a single player in the top 3 of any category. All right, he's 7th in pass yards, 11th in passing touchdowns, 7th in rushing yards, 1st in rushing touchdowns, 8th in yards, 7th in receiving touchdowns. Let's just look. Can't be mad at that stat line there. All right. All right, let's see what we got. Fergie. Okay, not bad. Not great, but not bad. Hold on a sec. Let's go back. So sacks. BB's giving up a sack. Tyler Smith has given up a sack. And Steele has given up 3 sacks on the season. Great job, Steele. Great job. All right. TFLs. Mozzie has 8. Micah has 7. Nealon 5. All right. Five sacks. In my other playthrough, at this point in the season, he had it was either 12 and a half or 15 at this point. Osa had I want to say 6 or 8 at this point. Nealon, I think, had 4. And then these 3, this one, and this one, all ended in double digits, right? With I think Osa had maybe Osa only had 9, right? I think he had 13. But I really want to think is Diggs, his first two interceptions of the year were that game. Okay. So welcome to the team. Um, Williams, yeah, that was his only interception that other game, and then Bell. And okay, where are you at, Bland? You see what I'm saying? It's like you're trade bait, man. I'm not gonna pay you for zero interceptions and six pass defenses. I'm not paying you for that. I'm not paying you 13 million a year for that. I'd rather trade you and get something in return that might pan out somewhere else. Um, Banks, well, I've already decided we're not going to accept the fifth year option on him just because I right now it's at 16, 17 million. It could be at 20 by the time the season ends if he improves at all. Right now he's our fourth corner. If we trade Bland, he would be the number 3 corner, right? And we would move him into the slot. So that, and you see, so when I've gotten this far and that already have that kind of planned out, it's like it's almost a done deal, right? I was giving him a few more games to wow me or impress me enough to say, yeah, we'll hold on to him. No, no. And then don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to say anything negative about the player IRL because I think he's great. But in Madden, no, no. And I think the one thing to also consider, if they don't have superstar or superstar X factor trait, they you know what I mean? Unless they're playing for the CPU, they're not really doing a whole lot of outstanding over the top plays for you. So um again, it's really how much do you want to pay for this production, right? Or for the lack of production that you're kind of hoping for. He will not be 9 interceptions, 5 pick sixes. He may not be in IRL again, but he will not do that in Madden. Not no. And overshown in IRL is a beast and is all over the field, and you can't wait to see him play. Not in Madden. No. Leofau is playing. I mean, it's very comparable how he plays in Madden to IRL. Clark isn't bad. He has his moments. Nealon isn't that bad either, but he only has 1 sack. So we got to figure out how to get that up, right? This, I just, I can't. I have to look to see what kind of conversation. I know, it is the dumbest thing. Don't get me wrong, it is stupid to even be going down this road, but it's like, what kind of conversation could you get for him? We just played the fourth quarter of the last game without him. And I think we got two picks, and a sack without him being there. Without him in the game. So I don't know. I don't know that this iteration, and I say this iteration of him, right? Because like I said, one of the other playthroughs I got going on with him, he killed it. You know what I'm saying? And then, as a matter of fact, I want to, what we're gonna do is we're gonna create a save real quick here. You see where it says practice? Yeah. I got to practice. I got to get better. So I have a practice one, right? And then so we're gonna do this. We're gonna back out, and I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you real quick. Yeah, we're gonna lift the curtain a little bit. I'm gonna show you. Now this is the practice one is already into the next season, I think. So I have some idea, in truth, of what the draft class looks like, but I can't remember any of it. So it's like I think this player was actually pretty good. That's really where we're sitting. All right, so you can see we're in training camp, right? But so we go to the roster, right? CD. CD is unhappy that coach failed to keep promise to upgrade roster. So, real quick here, I just want to show you. Now, again, it could be my fault, all right? But let's look at this. Here's number 2. Here's number 1. See, Matt Burks. He's only an 81 now because look, he's got a minus because of morale. Everyone has a minus. He's the number 3. So unless I just hit the wrong button and said he was number 2, which is the only way it could have gone other than saying he was number 3. And then so unless that is what I did, it no, right? It just didn't give me credit for it. But you can see the impact it has on everybody. See, look, we got Newbin, Melifonwu, and Bell. This is preseason, so they're just in their slots, right? Free safety, free safety, free safety, right? Newbin, Bell, and then look, we even picked up Lewis Seen here. So this is the squad, right? Look at this. Look at Mozzie. Mozzie is a superstar. Mozzie. Okay? Micah. Look at his stats. 30 and a half sacks last season. 29 TFLs. 29 TFLs. Are you kidding me? You see what I'm talking about here? This is what I'm talking about. 4-4. So he had 30 and a half sacks, 4 forced fumbles, 2 recoveries, right? Not much else, but still, dude, dude, 80 tackles. He had the most time. Well, I mean, granted, but 80 tackles, right? That is crazy. All right, look at this. Nealon, right? He's star. So again, okay, he had 9 sacks. All right, he had the 9 sacks. Right, 13 TFLs, 2 forced fumbles. Right. Look at you see Dixon was a star. Star. Where is he? Oh, God dang it. Yeah. So where's Osa? Right in front of me. Look at Osa. Osa, superstar. Superstar. Right? Look what he had. 12 and a half. 12 and a half sacks. 17 TFLs. No forced fumbles or anything. But still, he was a factor. And then Mozzie. Why is Mozzie? Why is Mozzie a superstar player? Oh, this is why. He had 8 sacks, 16 TFLs. Even at four pass defense. Right? So again, it's like these players they came on. So it really depends. It's like you don't know. So how did Lamb do last year? And why is he only a superstar? He lost his X factor. Why? Because he was out the entire season. Look at that. There's no 25 season. He was gone. He was done. He was out the entire season. I couldn't bring him back. So he lost his X factor. Lance, 44 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. He was sacked 20 times. But you see that? 100, 115 passer rating, 45, almost 4,500 yards, but 44 touchdowns. He did that without CeeDee Lamb. Without CeeDee Lamb. Look who turned into an X Factor. 88 receptions. So he didn't even get 100 receptions. But look at this. He had 16 touchdowns. He was rookie of the year. If I'm not mistaken, look at that. Drafted. He was drafted in the 4th round. He got made the Pro Bowl. He was offensive player of the year, offensive rookie of the year, and best wide receiver. This guy just balled out. So like I said, this is so a lot of times when you hear my frustration, it's because I'm sitting there and it's like I know what they could potentially do. Look at poor Zeke. Look at poor Zeke. Right? So you look at this offensive line and it's like Martin, this is a draft. I just drafted him, but Martin retired. Look, Portillo. Look at that. Look at that. And Steele is just sitting there. I'm like, dude, I might just end up trading you at some point. Right now, it's a wash with the salary cap. And I let Fergie go. Schoonmaker somehow made it to star Dev. And look, I got Sanders, and then I just picked up Brevin Jordan. I'm like, okay, they're all equal footing right now, but they're all, well, look at that. -2 to morale because of that glitch. And like I said, it could have been that I mishit and hit QB cornerback 2 instead of cornerback 3, but that is it. So that, like I said, so it's very interesting. Like it's crazy how many star players I have on my team right now. And then the thing is, like right now, we're playing through the entire season. So we're actually playing every game in the playthrough that I'm doing that I'm posting online. This one, I played the first 3 games of the season, and then I simmed to the mid of the season, right? So whatever it was at mid season, and and then I played the final whatever games, like that, my normal playthrough. So, and in playing all the remaining games, yeah, you're gonna have a good team, or your team is gonna have good stats if you can get it that way. Look at this, we got Gardner here, so he's gonna lose his spot. He is going to lose his spot. Overshown is going to get beat out. I just have a feeling, unless I get some crazy thing saying, okay, it's going to be between Gardner and Overshown. What's going to be the deciding factor? And then you have to stick to it, or the team gets mad at you, right? So more than likely, my starting safeties, and then this is what once I traded Bland, this was my starting safeties right here, right? I just moved Nubin over into Melifonwu's spot. Melifonwu became the backup, and then I had Bell and Nubin out back there, and they did a way better job than what I'm getting out of Melifonwu right now. I didn't have Diggs. I'm surprised Diggs is still an X factor because he got hurt and he had 1 interception. And so he only played, how many games did you play, bro? And they might make a liar out of me right now. How many games did you play? They don't tell you games anymore? It used to be right there at the end, right? How many games? Um, yeah, so I can't even tell you. But he didn't play the full season. And he only had one interception, but he's still an X factor. So yeah, it's just crazy. Look at Peterson. Peterson, 75 overall would have been. So he's still developing, right? Vaughn, Cowdle, Elliott. I don't even know who our other running back is. But look, Morrison, still developing. So yeah, it is very interesting how different two playthroughs with the exact same team can go. So, right? It's crazy. And then real quick here though, league history. So again, yeah, so the most recent was the Rams beating the Texans in the Texans there, right? So you can see this was us, right? And like I took this same team here and just branched them off and said, okay, let me go ahead and practice. Let me, practice, see if I can get better. Because again, I had mentioned it before. I think it's my stick skills that was holding us back. And then once I started watching other videos and watching other people have issues with the pass defense, things like that, I started realizing, okay, maybe it isn't my stick skills. Maybe it is that the game is kind of a little bit broken in that way. And so I was like, okay, so in my just when I'm sitting there doing nothing, I can put it on and do whatever, and then practice. Really, that's why it's labeled practice, right? I can practice and get better, right? And look at this. So Rhona Brooks, Coach of the Year, Coach of the Year, yeah, right. And we lost in the first round of the playoffs. Not first round because we got the bye, so we were number one seed in on for the NFC. And then so in the second round, we lost our first game, and I can't remember who we lost to. I think we actually might have lost to the Rams. So, but yeah, but look at that. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Robert Wilson. Dave Sellers, I think. No, I don't think I was trying to get him in the draft. I don't think so. Um, oh, I wouldn't have been because this is the draft that we actually went through together anyway. So there's Wilbon, there's Parsons, Defensive Player of the Year. So again, it's a completely, and then of course, Offensive Player of the Year, Patrick Mahomes, right? But and an MVP, Patrick Mahomes, right? So um, it's crazy how it just plays out. That is so it I don't think it's my skills because obviously I got the skills to take one team and get offensive rookie of the year, player of the year, and defensive player of the year. So it's and then was I playing defense? No, I wasn't. It's the exact same way because that's the way I like to play it. So the way I'm playing for you guys is exactly the way I like to play the games, right? And so no, it just so happens Micah was balling out in that league, and in this one here, in the offline, the official one, no, nothing. We are getting nothing out of him. So it is what it is, right? So there we are. Okay, so that's a little peek behind the curtain. Thank you. Remember, like, comment, subscribe. This will be out in a day or two from when I recorded it. I am actually getting to the point where I have more recordings than posts because I'm recording content and then going in, adding some things to it, and then putting it out there. And then so I think I got like I think I'm right now up to 3 videos queued to post. So this will eventually get out there. But will there? But by the time I record this, nothing's been patched that I know of. But that doesn't mean anything, right? Only thing I got is videos looking at how to tweak the sliders, and also some pointers from Eric Rayweather as to how to try to run, and which, if juke is OP or not, and it's not, and then spin move seems to be the move to go. But every time I'm hitting late with the spin move, so I'm not getting the benefits of it. So there we have it. All right, guys. See you next time. Bye.